I lived in Southwest Florida for a while, and I was unsheltered, and there was a point in time in my life where I had nowhere to go, and I slept out of my local library by a fountain. I couldn't find a job. Everything was going south for me in life that year. I lost all my family members. I've had a lot of bad things happen, but God's bigger than that. He's rescued me through, and that's the reason why I'm standing here today. So if I had an ordinance like that where I was living at in my town, that would definitely create more problems for everything that I was going through. So I am pleading against this ordinance, and I just have a little speech here. How do we identify who is unsheltered and who is housed? What do they look like? The assumption that every person sitting on a sidewalk is homeless, or that every individual causing disruption must be homeless, is simply untrue. The hateful comments and the lack of understanding about mental health, addiction, and homelessness have been painful to watch. Bringing the word homeless into every criminal act against a business is not acceptable. These issues are complex. The people affected are human beings, and they deserve to be spoken about with dignity. While I appreciate the compassionate language in the introduction, the ordinance states that being homeless is not a crime. Yet later it creates a Class 3 misdemeanor for people who have nowhere else to go. Those two statements cannot both be true. We already have the ability to arrest individuals for behaviors that are actually dangerous: violence, trespassing, harassment, or breaking the law. This ordinance goes far beyond that. It punishes people simply for existing in public when no other options exist. I want to be clear, this ordinance will not solve the concerns business owners have. If someone is walking in front of your business experiencing a mental health crisis, or ordinance will not prevent that. This person will still be there because their issue is untreated mental health, not camping or sleeping outside. There are not unsheltered individuals sleeping in front of businesses downtown. What this ordinance will do is push unsheltered people deeper into neighborhoods, woodland areas, and isolated parts of the county, further away from services, further from shelter, and further from help. Research shows criminalization does not reduce homelessness. 91% of people who receive a move-along order simply move to another public space. Criminalization disrupts ties with service providers. It breaks trust with outreach workers. It reduces the likelihood people will speak help when they need it most. It makes the crisis harder to solve.